Now I got something to show you, and it's gonna be something momentous. Hello everybody, it's me, the Excellent Reviewer, as you know. So I decided to do something a little different for this Monday's episode, and that's why I wanted to talk about something, as opposed to watching my Monday reaction videos. I wanted to talk about, since WrestleMania is coming up, we're going to rewind the clocks a bit. We're going to rewind them exactly to about last year's WrestleMania, and on that Saturday, the debut of Shinsuke Nakamura into the company. Now, before, at around January time, we had heard that WWE had signed some talent from New Japan. 4 top-tier talents from New Japan, to be exact. 2 of them were tag team, Gallows and Anderson. One of them, AJ Styles. And the other one was a bona fide Japanese superstar by the name of Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, it was said that he would be to debut at NXT TakeOver Dallas, where he met Sami Zayn one-on-one for an incredible match. And since then, Shinsuke has sort of been on this huge mega roll. He has been someone that everyone loves to see in any type of match situation. The fans, they go crazy for him. He's beaten Austin Aries. He's beaten Chris Jericho. He's beaten Finn Balor. He's beaten Samoa Joe. He's beaten so many top-tier guys. And he's been an NXT champion twice. So naturally, he's had this amazing amount of movement and momentum behind him. So we have to think, what's next exactly for Shinsuke Nakamura in WWE? Now, a lot of people have been speculating that sooner or later, and that he's going to be called up to the main roster right before WrestleMania season, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Even if Shinsuke Nakamura were to get called up to the main roster, that would take 1 week, and we're literally 3-4 weeks away from WrestleMania. So, Shinsuke Nakamura being called up to the main roster wouldn't really do him any good. Because he would have no one really to face at WrestleMania. Finn Balor just came back. And they still need to figure out whether or not he's going to be competing at WrestleMania, and I think he should be competing at WrestleMania. And the only person for Finn Balor that I think would be a good, opponent would be Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe and him have unfinished business. We haven't seen it in a while, so naturally, it would be great to have Samoa Joe against Finn Balor. However, with Shinsuke Nakamura, if we were to bring him to the main roster, just like that, there wouldn't be much for Shinsuke to do, and Shinsuke wouldn't have anyone to fight at WrestleMania, which would be a travesty. And I was talking to a friend about this, about just Shinsuke Nakamura in and of himself having that entrance. He's been known to have legendary entrances at WrestleMania, and he's had great entrances, at Wrestle Kingdom and at the NXT TakeOver shows whenever he's defended the title. He's had great defenses, and he's also had these amazing entrances, and it's just, imagine Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance at his first WrestleMania. It's going to be great. I mean, it would be great, but we're not going to get that just yet. However, this is what I think will happen. He might have a match at NXT TakeOver, where are they having it? TakeOver Orlando or Miami? Or something like that. at the next NXT TakeOver before WrestleMania. Excuse me. So he'll have a match between someone, and more than likely he'll win it, because I don't think he's gonna get that NXT championship. I don't think he's gonna get it, because I think Shinsuke's time with the NXT championship has faded, and its time has come. So naturally, I don't think he'll challenge for the title. That'll be between Bobby Roode and Cassius Ohno. So leave it between them, and then you have Shinsuke do whatever he does, and then you bring Shinsuke up from the main roster, bring him up to the main roster the day after WrestleMania, the Monday night after WrestleMania, because everyone knows huge things happen the Monday after WrestleMania. I mean, look at the great things look at the people who have been brought up, who have debuted on the Monday Night Raw episode after WrestleMania. You had Enzo and Cass, you had Mankind, you had so many other. Brock Lesnar returned. So you have so many great, great people to come in. Why not have Shinsuke come up on the Monday Night Raw, or maybe even the Tuesday Night SmackDown after WrestleMania? I think Tuesday Night SmackDown would be a better fit for Shinsuke, because he has more of a variety of people to fight than he would at Raw. Better talent like AJ Styles, John Cena, Dean Ambrose. That amazing allotted dream rematch between him and AJ Styles is something that everyone will want to see. So I think definitely SmackDown would be the place for Shinsuke to go once he's finally called up to the main roster. And it's just, you just know that Shinsuke is probably in his late 30s, going early 40s, but he's still, honestly, one of the most charismatic superstars on the WWE roster right now, and no one can touch him. I mean, during his whole entire WWE venture, which lasted, coming up almost a year, he's only lost twice. He's only lost twice in almost 365 days. That's crazy, and that shows how WWE treats him as a main event talent in NXT. And a lot of people, because we all know what happens sometimes with NXT talent, they end up falling, they end up fading, they end up disappearing, they end up being like Tyler Breeze. But I don't think that's going to happen with Shinsuke Nakamura, because how could you do that with Shinsuke Nakamura? A legit superstar in Japan, who's one of the most amazing superstars over there in New Japan Pro Wrestling, one of the best wrestlers, and it's like you only can treat Shinsuke Nakamura with the utmost respect, because if you have him be like Tyler Breeze, if you have him be like Big E, if you have him do anything like that, or have him fade like that, then guess what? The fans are not going to be happy about it, and you can't treat Shinsuke like that, and he's not going to be happy about it, and there goes your potential money grabber. Shinsuke Nakamura is out the door because you wouldn't treat him with respect, WWE. So you can only treat Shinsuke Nakamura with the respect that he deserves. And naturally, I just think SmackDown would be a better fit for Shinsuke Nakamura, and it's evident he's either going to hold the WWE or the Universal Championship at one point in his career. Why? Because he's the most charismatic, one of the best wrestlers of all time, one of the best characters of all time, one of the best all-time professional wrestlers going right now is Shinsuke Nakamura. And how could you not give Shinsuke Nakamura the WWE or the Universal title? It's going to happen eventually, and when it happens, hopefully it's with the right opponent. Hopefully the dream situation would be AJ Styles regains the WWE Championship, and they have that epic rematch. Oh, I could just imagine that. Wouldn't that be great at next year's WrestleMania? AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Universal title at WrestleMania, the main eventing the biggest, grandest stage of them all. That would just be the most amazing thing in the world. That would be the most amazing thing in the world. Already this year's WrestleMania, I mean, it's not bad. It could do with a little Shinsuke. It could do with a little Shinsuke. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about WrestleMania, Shinsuke Nakamura, and what his future will be. But he's got a very bright and great future ahead of him, because when you're a talent like he is, who's been established as one of the hardest workers, one of the best workers of all time, you're going to be treated with the respect that you deserve. And he's done so much in Japan. He has earned the respect of so many people. He's earned the respect of me. He's earned the respect of millions of fans out there. And it would be just phenomenal to have him shine bright, because we all know he's going to shine bright. And the only people who can ruin this are the WWE themselves. But I don't think they'll do that with Shinsuke Nakamura. Why? Because there's only one king of strong style. So that's been it for me talking about what the future holds for Shinsuke Nakamura. Do me a favor. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, you're going to want to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You're going to do all that good stuff right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I couldn't do this without you. I couldn't be here without you. Thank you so much for that. And I've been Samuel V, aka The Excellent Reviewer, and I will see you all as soon as I can.